In this video, we're going to talk about one of the biggest things to avoid when you're on this spiritual path, this self-development journey, when you're trying to get successful at something. This is one of the biggest things to avoid that we never get told. This will derail your chances of success in any area that you're trying to pursue. One of the things that we may have in common is that we're driven people. Some people with drive achieve things and they create things and they're unstoppable. They just keep going because it comes from a place of passion. So they just get relentless and they always keep on achieving and they'll always do well. And there's other driven people that are driven up here, but they don't create the plans. They just consume information. So having drive is amazing. Not everybody's naturally got it. But if we don't channel it into creating or doing the thing that we're ultimately seeking, that we're ultimately wanting, it can be incredibly detrimental. It can really overload the system. You become an overthinker and you end up being scattered across many different projects and not allowing yourself to align and channel one thing and give it your all. So let's just take a moment. Do you have drive? Are you naturally driven? If you're not, this is something you want to work on. How do we work on getting drive? We need to align to the things that we love doing. So if you're watching this video, I assume that you have something in your life, whether it's your job or not, that you love doing. This is where we want to really crank up that valve. The more we crank up the love, the easier the thing gets. Guaranteed. Now the next stage is a difficult one for some to hear because it's true, and sometimes the truth really does hurt, but sometimes when it hurts it allows us to look at what's underneath it all and we might get somewhere deeper on our conquest in life. So many of us out there jump from book to course to YouTube video to guide to guru workshop to whatever, constantly seeking for the next thing to piece together this ultimate plan that we're trying to achieve. But the problem is this is a trap. This is a trap to keep us safe, and we don't even know it. And don't get me wrong, learning information and growing and evolving is imperative, of course. But once we've realized and we've gained what we need to do the thing, to create the thing, to act a certain way, we have to take that knowledge, that wisdom, and channel it into something. Otherwise, we fall into the trap of just constantly taking more and more data, layering on more and more data. But on a spiritual level, we're just taking. We're not giving back. And this is the ultimate reason why you're here. Yeah, you can argue that point with me if you want, but it's just a nice thing to think about, so take it with a pinch of salt. But if we're here to do anything, and that anything is up to you, the thought of becoming the best version of yourself and doing that thing as best as you possibly can and exceed expectations is better than not. And if you're going through life and you've got these ideas, these things you want to achieve, this person you want to become, and you're not doing it, you're going to have regrets, and regrets are the worst. Dreams buried alive never die. Dreams buried alive never die. And they will haunt you forever and ever and ever. So while you're here in this life, why not honor all of this knowledge that you've been consuming? And you can always learn and study forever. We all should. I never like to say should, but definitely we all should. We should always constantly grow and evolve because life is a constant state of change. But if we're just consuming and we're not doing the thing, we're not setting up the plans to do the thing, we're not moving forward, we fall into this stagnant trap of safety, contentment. It's just easier. That's comfy, and comfy's okay. Comfy's good. But if you secretly want super comfy or really good, then that's the state that you want to get out of. You want to break that cycle. You want to stop and look at the list of all the things that you want to consume and use that time to create and generate and move into and achieve. Because when you start moving the other way and you start giving, putting things out there and saying those things, taking that action essentially is what I'm saying, towards that thing that you ultimately really, really want, well, this is when we move the needle. This is when we change the game. This is when everything starts to work more in your favor and things will naturally start to flow. So knowing who you are, what you're here to do, how you're going to do it, what you want out of life, what you don't want out of life, who you want to be around, who you'd like to share your time with, your experience with, what you'd like to create, how you'd like to create it, what you'd like to become, achieve, what you'd like to experience. You've got one life, apart from reincarnation and potential other theories. We've got one life in this life. So allow this video to be the video that makes you realize that you might be in a state of perpetual, eternal consumerism without the intention of creating or doing or becoming what you really, really want. So if this resonates and you want to break that cycle and spend the energy that you would be praying or needing or wanting or desiring with doing and being, doing the action to create that manifestation in your life and being it already, being here now, in the vibration of that thing that you want to experience. And if you need any help, if you need any guidance, if you need a step-by-step formula, blueprint plan to show you the way, to help push you up the mountain and tap you on the back when you reach the summit, if you want to profoundly change your life on a mind, body, spiritual level, and you want to upgrade to a new experience of life where you're in flow, going from surviving to thriving or experiencing the things that you want to experience and achieve, then click below, check out the big transformation. Don't hesitate if it feels good. I'll see you on the other side. Peace.